So today we're doing a walk around of Pumbaa the Great, the star of the show. She came to me by way of Brian, dressed up with 192,500 miles on the clock. So 2007 Toyota Tundra 5.7 liter V8. And as I say, got her stock, and I've done a little bit of work to her over the last 2 months. So I researched this vehicle for multiple months, settled on a truck as a rig or as a platform because of my overlanding adventures that I'll be going on. And I really just feel that it was either going to be a Wrangler and a trailer or a big old truck. And I've ended up settling going with the Tundra because of her reliability. So Pumbaa is her name, and let's talk a little bit about how we've dressed her up. So I'll start off down at the bottom, where first up I replaced the standard rims, which came 17-inch. I've replaced them with 18-inch by Fuel. She's shod with Mickey Thompson Baja Bosses, 35 inches, all terrains. And then I've had a 4-inch suspension lift done. This has been done by Fab Tech. Quite obviously, you're going to do upper control arms and the whole story. So really good job done on the suspension. This work has been done by Four Wheel Parts of Nashville. I'll get into deeper reviews of each of the vendors and the work that they've done, but I'll just keep moving. Fenders, Bushwackers. These they did as well, but I had them Linux by Linux of Murfreesboro, who also Linux the bottom foot of the truck all the way along, because I'm not going with mud guards. And as you can see, I've just done a little ride today. We're out at Woolies Overland, just outside of Nashville, and this will tell you why. All right, I took off the standard steps and had those replaced. So if we keep coming around to the back, on the back first up, I've replaced the back bumper as well. This will help give me more clearance. And of course, a nice solid steel bumper by Bushwacker. Coming up, I think that this has to be one of the greatest coups I've had in my life. I arrived in the United States knowing full well that to get a capper or a canopy, as I would have known it back in South Africa, was going to be very, very, very difficult. Something that would take the load that I wanted upstairs. Linux of Murfreesboro were absolutely amazing. Anne-Marie got me the SmartCap from RSI, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Gold doors on the side, back door that comes up, so absolutely fantastic. On top, I do have a rack from Smart Rack, which is their sport rack, to carry the rooftop tent, which has mounting brackets from Front Runner. I also had quick release mounting brackets from Front Runner spec for the awning, which is also by Overland Vehicle Systems, but unfortunately that was under spec, and those brackets cannot hold a 270 that's going to go on a truck like this. So if you're ever doing that, make sure you use the correct mounting brackets. Quick release is not the answer. And then right up top, by Bushveld, we of course do have a 4-season, 4-person rooftop tent ready to go. The only changes that I've done to the tent is that we are busy looking at Como tops, and in fact we are replacing those with Como top inflatable memory foam mattresses. So that briefly is a walk around of Pumbaa. We will, in subsequent reviews, go a little bit deeper. I'll go deeper into the suspension and the lift. I'll talk more about the work that was done by each of the vendors, just in case there's anyone in the greater Nashville area that's looking for somebody that's reliable and the type of work that's been done. So that in future videos to come. And then, of course, I'll get inside the cab and we'll start talking about what goes on in there. Maybe just to mention that I do have kitted in there a deck drawer slider system, which was also done by Linux of Murfreesboro. The rest of the work having been done by Four Wheel Parts and by Music City 4x4. So those are the folk who have worked on this truck. None of them are sponsoring any of this. So my reviews will be direct reviews on the quality of the work that's been done, as well as, of course, the quality of the gear that's been purchased. I've purchased a lot. I paid about $15,000, just over $15,000 for the vehicle, and we've maybe dropped another $25,000 on the vehicle. So a massive investment, and I'm really hoping that it's going to be worth it. That this is what fuels us as we go on these adventures, as we take you deep out on the trails, and as we really get out there and explore. So deep critical reviews. Look forward to that. Stay tuned. The next 2 weeks, we're on our way to Overland Expo West. So we're going way out over that way. We're going to cross over the mountains in Colorado, through a couple of trails, down into the canyons of Moab before we turn and head back to Overland Expo West. We hopefully will catch up and meet a few of you. So until then, this is your Bandit in the bush. See you later, baby.